Guys, now please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, please confirm to me, guys. Am I audible? Is my voice on screen is clear to all of you guys? Please check it. All of you please respond to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, am I audible? Everybody guys, now please respond to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, am I audible? Please respond to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Right. Right. Good morning, guys. Right, sir. Now, yesterday we started with the language fundamentals topic. Already we started there, and a few points we covered. Now, let us understand the topic what we completed in the last session. Right, sir. So, to prepare applications, we need some resources. That resources may not be possible for the developers, which may be provided by the programming languages internally or inbuiltly. Understand my point now? So that programming languages provided features which are not possible for the developers, which are provided by the programming languages internally. That features are called as what their building blocks. That building blocks are also be called as like what their language fundamentals. Clear. To prepare Java applications, Java programming language has provided a set of language fundamentals or building blocks. What are these actually? First one is the tokens, next one is the data types, typecasting, Java statements, then after that arrays. Right. Tokens, if you take now, lexeme, the logical individual unit in Java programming. One minute. Right, sir. So lexeme is what there? The logical individual unit in Java programming is called what there? Lexeme. Then immediately I given definition for token. What is a token actually? The collection of lexemes under a particular group. Collection of lexemes under a particular group. That is what there? A token. Then immediately I given one example. Into A is equal to B plus C star D. That example here I given. Now inside this, I given all the lexemes. Nearly 9 number of lexemes are available. Int A equal B plus C star D semicolon. Each and every part is what there? A logical individual unit. So overall, 9 lexemes are available. Tokens. If you understand the tokens now, right, sir. Now, four types of tokens are available. Four categorizations are available. All this, each and every categorization is nothing but what there? One token group. Four groups are available here. Next one is how many tokens are available? What exactly the tokens are available to prepare Java applications? Four types of tokens are available: identifiers, literals, keywords or reserved words, and operators. Then I started with identifiers in the last class. No, what is an identifier? Identifier is a name assigned to the programming elements like variables, methods, classes, abstract classes, interfaces, enums, packages, and so on, in order to access or use or in the applications. In order to access or in order to use in the applications. To provide identifiers in Java applications, we have to use a set of rules and regulations. What are these rules and regulations can be provided here? All of you observe carefully. All Java identifiers must not start with a number. They may start with an alphabet, underscore symbol, dollar symbol. But the subsequent symbols may be a number, alphabet, underscore symbol, dollar symbol. Examples can be provided that we can identify clearly. Next one is all Java identifiers are not allowing spaces in the middle. In the middle of the identifier, spaces are not possible. All Java identifiers are not allowing operators. Operators in the middle, operators are not allowed in the identifiers. All Java identifiers are not allowing special symbols except underscore symbol and dollar symbol. Underscore and dollar both are allowed actually, but all the remaining special symbols are not going to be allowed. Some examples already we understood. Java does not allow keywords as identifiers. We are unable to use the keywords as identified. Break is a keyword, not possible to use it. Now it is what there invalid. Continue is a keyword, not possible to use it as what there as an identifier. Invalid case here we are getting. Java does not allow all primitive data types as identifiers. Data types now. Float, int, long, double, these are not allowed as identifiers. Java allows all predefined classes and interfaces names as what their identifier. Predefined classes names we can use as identifier. In this example, I have taken one example. In this example, we have taken exception. Exception is a predefined class name actually. Exception is what their predefined class name. Int exception is equal to what their 10 here we provided. So we can use this. We can use this exception predefined class name. Yes, sir, got it or not? Alright, sir. Now up to this we completed in the last class. Now I want to go for next example. Observe carefully. Just now try to recognize the content what I am giving. Right. Simple example. Now try to observe carefully. Now for example, I am going to take string str is equal to abc. Any problem up to now? String str is equal to double quotation abc. Valid. System.out.println of str. System.out.println of what there str. Okay. In which way we provided str? In the same way, I want to take a predefined class name as an identifier. Same I'm going to take, but in place of str, I'm going to take what there some predefined class name as it should be valid. Now let me take that point here. String str1 is equal to double quotation string. Any problem? Right. Now what I'm going to do now, in place of str1, I want to take str. String is what there? String is a predefined class name in Java. In place of str1, I want to use that predefined class name as string. Now tell me, here three strings are available overall in this line. This is what their data type. This string is what their variable identifier. This string is what their value, literal, string literal. I forget my point now. Right. Now I'm going to display string. I'm going to display what their string. All of you understand it clearly? What I'm telling you now? String str is equal to double quotation abc, sop of str, string str is equal to double quotation string, system.out.println of string. Is clear? All of you are getting data or not? So now okay. Now I want to compile and execute this. As per the rule, it has to allow. As per the Java provided rule that we can use predefined class names as what there as the identifiers. Now here I tried to use the same thing. Java C space test.java. Any compilation error? No compilation error. Now Java space tester. Here we are getting that outputs ABC. Here we are getting first string. No. Now here string. Second string here we are getting this value here we displayed here. The same value here we are getting it. System.out.println is to display data onto the console on command prompt. The same thing here we provided. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? Right. So now this is one example here we have to understand. Right. Right, sir. Then what next one here? Apart from this, I want to take one more example. There we are going to understand clearly about this particular point. Now understand this. One more example. All of you listen carefully. Int a is equal to 10. Clear. The statement is very clear. Here a is an identifier. In place of this identifier, in place of the small a, I can use any predefined class name. I can use any predefined interface name. We are able to use that. So now here what I'm going to do now, system is one of the predefined class name that I want to use. Yes, sir. What is this actually? System. System is a predefined class name that I'm able to use. Right. Observe carefully. System.out.println of system. System.out.println of system. Now observe carefully, all of you know. Here in this case, Java C space test.java. Here we are getting error. As per the rule, I provided the system as what their predefined class name. That means predefined class name as an identifier. I have used it. But now here I am getting what their compilation error here we are getting. Okay. First of all, analyze why we are getting compilation error. In this example, we are getting compilation error. Here we have to understand why we are getting compilation error. I'll explain to you. Observe carefully. Okay, right, sir. So there is a point here we have to understand, all of you know. I'm going to write the point by point, try to understand. After that, I'll explain again. In the above program, once we declare system as an identifier, as an integer variable, then we must use the name system as the integer variable only. We are unable to use the name system as a class name. Please all of you read this statement. What exactly the statement here I have given? Understand. Try to understand the point. In the above program, once we declare system as an integer variable, then we must use the name system as the same integer variable only. We are unable to use the name system as a class name. Originally, it is a class name. Understand my point, Ken? Originally, it is a class name. Yeah, that point also I am telling you. Now, try to understand it clearly. In Java, system is a class provided in java.lang package. System is a class provided in which package? No, java.lang package. Fine. In the above program, once we declare system as an integer variable, even though it is a class, but if we use the system as an integer variable, then we must use the name system as the same integer variable only in the remaining part of the program. We are unable to use, we must not use the name system as a class name, as like it's a class name, as like original class, as a original class name. Yeah, like what I'm telling there, as the original class name. Clear? Are you getting my point or not? If we use the name system as the original class name, then the compiler will raise an error. After declaring system as an integer variable, we must use that system as integer variable only. If we use the system as original class name, the compiler will raise an error. Is clear? All of you are getting clarity up to now? Now, the same thing I'm going to explain in the program. Now, observe carefully. Now tell me. In this line, I declared system as what? Integer variable. As per the rule, in the remaining part of the program, that system must be used as what? Integer variable only. Clear? In the next line, if you observe this, two times we have used system. One time here system dot out where system. Second time is what there system. If you observe this system, this I have used as an integer variable only. Into a is equal 10. System dot out dot print of a. Like a. That means as an integer variable I have used this system here. Here no problem. But here if you observe this punch here system we have used no. System dot out in the sense now we are trying to use the system as what? Original class. As like class. But the rule is what? Once we declare system as an integer, in the remaining part of the program, the system must be what the integer variable only. But unfortunately, the system here we have used as what? Class name, as like its original class name. This is violation of the rule or not? This is violation of the rule. Because of that reason, compiler is giving this error message that we are violating actual rule. So this is not good thing in Java programming. That's why I'm giving some error. What error it is providing that doesn't matter to us, but error here we are getting. Clear? Okay. Now this is the reason why here we are getting an error. Yes, sir. Got it or not? Okay. Now observe carefully. System is a class provided in which package, sir? Java.lang. Remember this. But still I have my requirement. What is my requirement? No. After declaring in Java applications, after declaring system as an integer variable, if you want to use the name system as the original class name, then we have to use its a fully qualified name. There is a possibility of using the system as a class name even after declaring the system as an integer variable. What is that possibility? What is that possibility? That the system class name we have to use as what their fully qualified name. Then only it is possible. Then immediately now we are getting a question. What is fully qualified name? What is the meaning of this fully qualified? Nothing. Very simple. All of you observe carefully. What is your name? Soumya. Full name? Whatever it may be. M. Soumya. Observe carefully. If I ask what is your name, just you are saying Soumya. It means that normal name. Just you give a normal name. Full name, initial name. Wherever we are keeping that initial, that doesn't matter. Along with your name, we provided your initial or not. This is your fully qualified name. Providing your name along with its initial. In regular practice, I'm telling now. Providing your name along with your surname is what their full name. full name. In a programming languages point of view, in a Java programming language point of view, fully qualified name. Your full name is nothing but what there? Fully qualified name. Understand? Any other Soumya inside the class? Only one Soumya, right? No problem. We don't have any problem if only one Soumya is available. Assume the situation. Assume the situation. If more than one Soumya is available, if I ask Soumya, which Soumya has to be reacted for my call? I think you understood the point now. Two Soumyas are available inside the class. Just casually call. Even I'm not looking at your faces. I'm looking at this side. No. Just I'm saying that Soumya, which Soumya has to be reacted for my call. Any guarantee for it? Any clarity on it? No. It's a confusion state. Am I right or not? It's a confusion state. Okay. If you want to resolve that confusion state, what I have to do? Exactly. I need to call Soumya's full name. When I call Soumya's full name, then definitely some differentiation is going to be identified. Some individual recognition will come there. Automatically, the respect to Soumya will come. M Soumya. Similarly, N Soumya. Okay, if I call Soumya, confusion. If I call M Soumya, no confusion. Automatically, here we are able to resolve the situation or not. Understand it? What I am telling there. Exactly the same situation is available now at present in our program. Okay, see this program. System class is available. System is the name is available. Java has declared that system is a predefined class name. We declare the system as what their integer variable. System is the name two. One is what their integer variable. Second one is what their class name. By default, the system is acting as what their integer variable. Why? Because explicitly we declared that. So we can use that system as an integer variable directly, no problem. But when I use the system as like its original class name, now we are getting confusion. What is this system? Is the system is an integer variable or a class name? In which way we are going to use that? A rule is what there? Once we declare the system as an integer variable, you must use the system as integer variable only. Must not use the system as like original class name. But still, if you want to use your system as like its original class name, there is a path. What is that path? No, use a fully qualified name. Get my point or not? What is that fully qualified name? No, providing classes names along with the package name. Package is your surname. Class name is your original name. Understand my point here? Provide classes names along with the package name. If you provide like this, automatically that class name, that name system, we can utilize as what their class name. Put more concentration here on this point now. So now the point is what there normal name is okay, full name I set you the clear cut specification here we provided. In the same way in our Java program also, after declaring this name system as an integer variable, we cannot use the system as like its original class name. We have to use the system as an integer variable only. But still there also there is a possibility of using the system as its original class name. What is that possibility? Just through its fully qualified name. Here what is fully qualified name? Providing classes names along with the package name. Providing classes names along with the package name. That is what their fully qualified name. That's clear? All of you are getting my point no? Now, what is that fully qualified name? I'm telling to you. Note, I'm giving to you. Observe carefully. Providing classes or interfaces names along with their packages names, their package names along with their packages names is called fully qualified name. Examples here I'm telling you, observe carefully. The best example, system is a best example. System is what there is a normal name. Now the system is available in java.lang package. Now if you write like java.lang.system, now this is like what there Now tell me, this representation is what there? Fully qualified name. Sir, all of you get my point or not? Similarly, example here I am telling to you. Now say for example, system is like here I've taken there. Say for example, exception is what there? This is the normal name. But Java dot lang dot exception, if you take now, this is like what there? Fully qualified name. I think you understood my point here. What is the meaning of fully qualified name? What is a normal name now? Got it or not? Now in my program, directly the system we declared as an integer variable, we can use directly the system as an integer variable, no problem. But still in that situation, if you want to use the system, the name system as its original class name, then we have to use what? Fully qualified name we have to use for system. So now because of that reason here we are getting error. So now here, what is the fully qualified name for system? Now tell me. System is available in java.lang package. So we have to write that system along with its package name. What is that package name? No, java.lang.system. Now see this, now we are not going to get any error. No. Now that error is going to be removed there. Now observe carefully. Java C space test.java. No error. Java space test. Output value here we are getting. What is that output? No, 10 is a value here we provide. Is that all of you are getting my point or not? Right. Now answer for it in the next attempt. Now here system is equal to system plus 10 into a is equal to 10. A is equal to a plus 10. We are able to write it or not? A is equal to a plus 10. Similarly, system is equal to system plus 10. Now my thinking of system is what there? Integer variable. Now integer variable we can perform that incrementation operation like this. A is equal to a plus 10. That means system value is already what? 10 now. System is equal to 10 plus 10. What is the value here we are able to get? 20. Now that value here I want to display. To display this 20 value, what I have to do now? Right, just we have to use what there? System.out.println of, again system here we are going to use. Now tell me, is this instruction is right or wrong? Will you get any error here in this line? Definitely we are getting error. Where we are getting error now? Where we are getting error now? System.out. Whenever we have used the system.out, there we are getting error. Why we are getting error now? Already we declared system as what? Integer now. Now we are trying to use the system as what? A class name. But after declaring system name as an integer, we have to use the system name as an integer variable only. We must not use the system name as what their original class name. But here the relaxation is what there. Here the exceptional point is what there. Still we can use the system as its original class name. How we are going to use the system as the original class name? Through what there? Fully qualified name. Through what there? Fully qualified name. What is fully qualified name? Providing classes or interfaces names along with what their package name. That's a fully qualified name. Now immediately what I have to use there? Java.lang.system. If we use now we are not going to get any error. That's clear. All of you are getting clarity on this. Now again I want to provide one more time incrementation operation. System is equal to system plus 10. Any error up to now? Any error? Again, already system value is what there. Initially the system value is what there? 10 now. Now whenever we are trying to provide system is equal to system plus 10 now. 10 plus 10, 20 is the value here we are getting. Now here what value here we are trying to get? Now system is equal to system plus 10. System value is already what there? 20. 20 plus 10. What's the value here we are getting? No, 30. Am I right? Are you clear? Alright, so now system is equal to system plus 10 now. Semicolon 30. 30 is the value here we are getting. Got it or not? Right, sir. Then after completion of this, I want to display the system value now. To display the system value, now here I'm going to take what there? System.out.println of system. Now tell me, final time I'm asking there. Error, no error. Error, no error. Error. Why we are getting error? We declared system as what? Integer variable. But we are trying to use the system as what? Class name. Where we are trying to use the system as class name? Here in this line here. System.out. System as like what their class name we are trying to use. Now this is providing error for us. What is the solution for it? No. Instead of writing normal system name, you have to write what? Fully the terminology is very important. Try to follow the terminology. There instead of writing normal name, there we have to write what there? fully qualified name. What is fully qualified name? Providing classes and interfaces names along with its package name. Class name along with its package. Package name plus class name is what their fully qualified name. Right. So now if you write that fully qualified name, java.lang.system, then compiler can understand now the system is not like an integer variable. Now the system is acting as what their the system is acting as what their class name. The system is acting as what their class name. Why? Because fully qualified name here we provided. But if you are not specifying the java.lang now, if you write normally system, then compiler will think it is what their integer variable. Integer variable dot any variable not possible. Integer variable name dot normal variable not possible. That is the reason why we have to write what their fully qualified name. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? The situation we can understand almost all. Soumya, two Soumyas are available. Which Soumya here we have to call is a confusion. But if you want to call a particular Soumya, there we have to use what their fully qualified name. Fully qualified name is what their name along with your surname. Surname plus name. That is a full name, fully qualified name. Clear or not? Please remember one point. Whenever I'm saying that package no, simply we can understand it is a category with a surname. Simply it is a category with what their surname. That's it, not more than that. Packages are dead symbol if you know this point. If you are not aware about this point, no, then packages are completely is a difficult. Right? We have a separate topic like packages, no? That I'm able to clarify all the points here. But time being, we have to understand wherever we are using these packages, no? Simply we can understand it is a one category, one group representation for the classes. That's it. Leave this one. This example is okay that we understood clearly. Now let me compile and execute this program there. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully. After this, now here we are using Java space test. Now here we are getting 10, 20, 30. Why sir? Why we are getting 10, 20, 30? Three times we displayed the values now. Actually, here we provide a system outed println of system 10 here we are getting. Now here, what we are getting there? System outed println of system again. Now here we are getting 20. Now after this, now here, what we are able to get now? System outed println of 30. The data here we are getting. Now because of that reason, now here we are getting like what there? The same values here we are getting. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully. Java space tester 10, 20, 30 values here we are getting. Right, so now this is actually that example here I given about this. Fine. I think so. We understood clearly this point here about the utilization of the fully qualified name. In the actual packages topic, I will talk more about these fully qualified names. There, I'll take one separate situation. There, it's mandatory to use fully qualified name. In which situations we are going to use these fully qualified names mandatorily, that we are going to understand in the future. No need to worry for it. Got it? What I'm telling to you? Right. Now, next one is after this. Right, sir. Now, up to know what we understood, the rules and regulations to use what their identifiers. One more point, important point is available. Now put more concentration. Another rule. Rule number 8. Last point, last rule about these identifiers. Observe carefully. In Java applications, try to understand it. In Java applications, identifiers must not be duplicated. Identifiers must not be duplicated in the same scope. Identifiers may be duplicated in two different scopes. That's clear? Tell me, sir. In Java applications, identifiers must not be duplicated in the same scope. Identifiers may be duplicated in two different scopes. This is a point now. So before going to talk about this point now, first of all, how many scopes are available in Java? What are the scopes? What exactly the ranges of the scopes? Scope is nothing but what there? It is a definition for how much the data is going to be available. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? How much the data is going to be available? That is the scope. Say for example, I think you are well aware about politics, am I right? At least are you aware about the political system in India? This is minimum knowledge. You need to have it. Example I'm telling you know. I'll start this example with panchayat. Are you aware about that panchayat? Village president. Village president. Am I right? Yeah, village president. He is a ruler of that village. Am I right or not? He will take care about everything in that village. Am I right? Right. What is his scope actually? The scope of ruling is what? Up to that village only. Say for example, he elected as a president for A village, but he want to rule at B village in the sense not possible. For B village, some other president is available. Yes, sir. Am I right or not? Scope. Understand the scope. Next, after the village president, no, directly I'll go to the MLA. MLA, right? MLA, if you take no constituency, one constituency, he is a ruler of a particular constituency. In that constituency, maybe 99 or 100 or 110 number of villages may be available, depending on the might be then geographical structure. That constituency contains what there some number of villages. Villages are maybe a little bit mandals, 3 to 4 mandals, or maybe then 19 or maybe 100 number of villages now, right? So MLA scope is what? In which constituency he was elected there, up to that only he able to rule. His is not going to be ruled in what there in another. Is not going to be ruled in what there another constituency. Right. Next one is forget about this MLA. Next one is what there MP, member of parliament. Member of parliament. So under his parliament region, 7 or 8 number of assembly constituencies will come. Understand my point, Gana? So he can rule up to the 7 or 8 number of constituencies. Observe carefully. Almost all 700 to 1000 number of villages are going to be available for a single member of parliament. Leave it. State wise, if we take no, for a state, chief minister is available. He will rule up to a particular state. One state's chief minister will not affect in what there another state. Next level is what there PM, Prime Minister. Then, if Modi is a Prime Minister for India, yes, absolutely, Modi is a Prime Minister for India, so he can rule in inside India only. If you go to Pakistan, there I want to rule in the sense. So, example I am telling them. No? Sir, if I get my point or not, Paul, that means the scope. I am telling the scope. Prime Minister has a scope up to India. Sir, got my point or not? Member of Parliament has the scope up to is a Parliament constituency. MLA has the scope up to is a constituency, assembly constituency. Village president has the scope up to one particular village. Inside the villages also ward is available again. Ward, one street for example, where might be some houses are available. Maybe 100 houses are available in a street or 1 or 2 streets for example. Up to that street in a village also ward member is available. He is a ruler of that particular. Sure, I'll forget my point or not. So this is the meaning of scope, right? How much the data is visible, in how much region the data is visible. That's the meaning of what their scope. Clear? I'm not talking about public, private, default, and protected. Then later on I will talk about them. But now my requirement is what there. All of you understand it clearly. In a Java applications, there are two types of scopes. There are two types of scopes. What are the two types of scopes now? The first one is local scope, and the second one is in general. What we are thinking there, if it is a local scope, next one is what there? Global scope, right? Stop here. No word global in Java. Global variables or global scope is not available. In Java, in place of global scope, what is available here? Class level scope. Local variables, class level variables. We should not say global variables. Global variables concept is different. That is not supported by Java. That is supported by C++. Understand my point here now? In Java, everything we have to declare inside the class only. Not possible to declare in outside of the class. If we declare anything in outside of the class, then that is global. In Java, not possible to declare any variable outside of the classes. In Java, every variable we have to declare inside what there? Inside the class only. Yes, clear? All of you are getting clarity on this point now? Right, sir. Now, that is the reason why local scope and a class level scope. Only these two scopes are available inside the Java. Am I clear? All of you are getting clarity on this point now? Right. Now, let's understand programmatically what is local scope and what is class level scope now. First, observe carefully local scope. Everybody understand it, no? If we declare any variable, if we declare any variable inside a method, then that variable will have local scope and it is available instead of saying that visible. It is available or visible, no problem. For your understanding purpose, I have given the word visible. It is available up to the respective method only. It is available up to the respective method only. Throughout the method, we can access it. Observe carefully. It is not available outside of the respective method. Outside of the respective method. That's it. This is the meaning of local scope. Now tell me, what is this local scope, sir? Now tell me, all of you know, if we declare a variable inside a method, then that variable is valid up to that method only. It is not available to outside of the respective method. Is that point is clear or not? I'll show programmatically. I'm able to show. No need to worry for it. Okay, fine. Next one is class level scope. What is this class level scope actually? If we declare any variable inside the class and outside of the methods, outside of the methods, inside the class, then that variable will have class level scope and it is available or visible throughout the class, throughout the class, and it is visible throughout the class, throughout the class, that is inside all methods, inside all methods. Clear? All of you are getting clarity on this point now? Here I want to add one more point here. It is not available outside of the respective method. So it is possible to access that variable inside the respective method only. Not possible to access that variable outside of the respective method. Right, sir. Now observe carefully. It is possible to access that inside the respective method only. Not possible to access it on outside of the method. Similarly here. So if we declare any variable inside the class and outside of the methods, then that variable will have class level scope and it is available or visible throughout the class. That is inside all methods. That is inside all methods. Okay. So it is possible to access that variable throughout the class, throughout the class, that is in all the methods of the respective class, in all methods of the respective class, not in a particular method. Understand it? Inside the class, variables and methods are available. In that way, here I'm telling you. Now observe carefully. Simple analysis here I'm telling you. Observe carefully. What is that analysis here? Now, simple. I want to take a class now. I want to take a class. Now observe carefully. Class A, for example. Class A. Inside this class A, I'm going to take a method M1 method. Again now void M2 method here I'm going to take. Right, so now tell me up to now what I have taken. One class I have taken. Inside the class, how many methods I have taken? Two methods here I have taken. All of you observe carefully. Int I is equal to 10. Now tell me where I declared this I variable. I declared I variable where? Outside of the methods inside the class. Obviously that variable is what variable? Class level variable or not? Automatically that variable is what their class level variable. If we declare this variable as a class level variable, it will have scope throughout the class or not? Up to all methods of the respective class or not? So I can access that variable in all methods. Sys not outed println of I. Definitely here we are able to get 10. 10 is a value. Next one is similarly sys not outed println of, here again I'm telling there I, again we are able to get 10. Now tell me, one time if we declare that variable at class level, that variable we can access in all methods of the respective class or not? This is point number one. This is class level variable. Nice. All of you observe carefully. Int j is equal to 20 I declared. Now then where I declared the j variable, where I declared the j variable inside the method. Which method? M1 method. Inside what method? M1 method. So what variable it is? No. Local variable to what method? M1 method. Local variable to M1 method. It means that it is visible up to this M1 method. It is visible up to like what method? No, M1 method. Now here we are able to get what value? No, 20. Right, sir. Now tell me, is it possible to use this particular variable inside M2 method? Is it possible to use that inside M2 method? No, not possible. J variable is declared inside this M1 method. So J variable is a local variable to M1 method. It can be accessed inside this M1 method only. Not possible to access it in outside of the M1 method. But now I'm trying to use that M1, I'm trying to use the J variable inside this M2 method. Is it possible to access J variable inside this M2 method? Understand it clearly. Observe carefully. For example, you are in Java class now. Nice. You are available to me. I can access you. Understand my point? Say for example, some name like what there, some other name. Some might be available in Python class. Some is not available here. Python class. She is available in Python class at fourth floor in some other classroom. This is Java class now, but she is available in Python class. Is it possible for me to call that Soumya? She is available here, I can call. If she is available in Python class, no, how is it possible for me to call that Soumya inside the Java class as she is available in Python class? No, not possible. Am I right or not? Here also with the same thing, J variable is available inside this M1 method. There we can access it. J variable is not available inside what method? M2 method. Not possible to access it. Then if it is not possible, what we are able to get here inside this no error we are able to get. Sure. All of you get my point or not? Understand the difference between class level variable, local variable. Local variable is restricted. Class level variable is what there is a free variable. We can access it anywhere else of the respective class. Right. Next one. For example, int k is equal to 30 I given. Now tell me what is this variable? Come on. What is this variable? Where I declare this k variable inside which method? M2 method. So this variable is what there? Local variable. See, simply should not say only local variable. You have to give clarity. Local variable to what method? No, M2 method. Then immediately it has a scope up to M2 method only. Not available scope in outside of that M2 method. Got my point or not? So now here I want to access it. System.out.println of k. System.out.println of k. When I access this system.out.println of k, what value here we are able to get? No, 30 is a value here we are getting. When we access it, there we are able to get what there? 30 is a value. Now my question is it possible to use that statement SOP of k inside this M1 method? First check out it. Where we declared that k inside M2 method. Is it possible to access that inside M1 method? No, not possible. So here we are able to get what there error we are able to get. Have you understood the difference between local variable and class level variable? Class level variable will have scope throughout the class. Local variable will have scope up to a particular method. And is clear or not? Okay. So this example is demonstrating what is local variable, what is class level variable, what are the ranges of the scopes. Up to that point only here we understood. Got my point or not? But now after understanding this point here, now come for our original point. Now, what is this original point, sir? Now tell me. My rule is different. What is my rule actually? In Java applications, come on, identifiers must not be duplicated in the same scope. But what is the relaxation? What is the possible point? No, but identifiers may be duplicated in two different scopes. In a local scope, duplication of the identifiers is not possible. We can duplicate the identifiers in local and as well as one what their class level scopes. So that is possible. That's another point here I'm trying to say. Alright, about this example. This example I'm going to take about to represent that particular point. Now understand it clearly. Class A. Inside this class A, void M1 method. Void M1 method. Clear? Class A, void M1 method. Now all of you understand it. Int I is equal to 10. Into I is equal to 10 class level variable. Float I is equal to 22.22f. This is at class level. This is also at class level. I variable is already declared at class level as an integer variable. In the same scope, we are trying to declare I variable as what? Float. This is the meaning of duplication of the identifiers in the same scope. Is the duplication is possible? Is the duplication of the identifiers in the same scope is possible? No, it is not possible. So because of that reason, here we are able to get what their error. Okay. If I write the same thing, float I is equal to 22.22 f. Now we are not going to get any error. Why we are not going to get any error? No. This int I variable is a class level. This I float I variable is at which level? No, local method level means that local. So we duplicated identifiers in two different scopes or not? In the same scope, identifiers duplication is not possible or not? That's the reason why here we are getting error. Clear? Yeah, observe carefully. After this, say for example, long L is equal to 20. Now tell me, long L is equal to 20. I declared that inside M1 method. So what variable it is? No, local variable. See, if I declare something inside a method, that is local to the respective method. So local variable to M1 method. Alright, sir. Now double L is equal to that I provided. Now what happened here? No, inside the same method, we duplicated this L variable or not? Identifies duplication is identified in the same local scope or not? So because of that reason here, what we are able to get? No, here we are able to get an error. Right, sir. But the same thing, if I take it at a class level, if I take that the same thing at class level, there, if you understand it, there what we are able to get? No error here we are able to get. Why no error we are getting there? We duplicated the L variable into different scopes. One is in local, another one is in what their class level. But within the same scope, if you want to duplicate the identifiers in the sense, not possible. There we are able to get compilation error. In two different scopes, we can duplicate the identifiers clearly. Yes, all of you are getting this point clearly? Right, sir. Then programmatically, that means program wise is not required. Conceptually here we have to understand clearly. That's it. So finally the point is what there Identifiers must not be duplicated in in the same scope, but identifiers may be duplicated in what they two different scopes. Right, that we understood clearly. This is completed. So with this, overall rules and regulations to declare identifiers part is completed. But understand it clearly. Along with the above rules and regulations, along with the above rules and regulations, Java has provided the following set of suggestions. Java has provided the following set of suggestions to declare identifiers. Rules and regulations are different, suggestions are different. Don't say both are same. Rules and regulations and suggestions. Simple, understand it now. Tomorrow onwards, everybody has to wear tuck and shoe. This is a rule, I made it. Everybody has to come to the classes with a tuck and shoe. Example here, don't take it serious now. This is rule, you must follow. If you violate it, 1,000 rupees fine. Then what will happen tomorrow onwards? Definitely, everybody must wear tuck and shoe. Am I right or not? It's a rule, condition, mandatory. Is clear? Right. The same statement if I say, better to wear tuck and shoe tomorrow onwards. It looks very good if you wear tuck and shoe tomorrow onwards. Better to wear. Suggestible to wear. This is a suggestion. Tomorrow onwards, what you will do? Option is yours. You may or may not. But still both are valid. If you wear tuck and shoe, then only you can enter inside the class. Condition. It looks very good if you wear tuck and shoe. Suggestion. It is not mandatory. Not mandatory to follow. But rules and regulations, 1,000 rupees fine if I put the condition mandatory. Everybody must wear tuck and shoe. Understand this one. Here the point is, rules and regulations are mandatory to follow. Suggestions are not mandatory to follow, optional to follow. Up to now we discussed mandatory rules and regulations about the identifiers. Now we are going to talk about what are the suggestions. Technically they are valid in Java program, but it's not good programming practice. Technically they are valid in Java program, but it is not good programming practice. Suggestions we have to follow to make that code as a good program. Right, what is it actually? Directly, I'm going to give some examples to you. Observe carefully. Directly, I will show this point here. Observe carefully now. The statement I provided. String xxx is equal to abc 1 to 3. Just we have to say about your understanding. Are you understanding anything about that xxx? Is there any meaning for this xxx? Are you getting any description in your mind by seeing that xxx? No. See the next statement. String now if you write this ACCNO, here I have written is equal to ABC 1 to 3. Now tell me, which one is more understandable and more meaningful? Second one or first one? Technically both are valid in Java program. No error will come if I use both of them inside the Java program. But which one is a good programming practice? No, second one. First one is not suggestible, but the second one is what there? Suggestible. So here the point what I'm telling to you in Java applications, always, it is always suggestible to provide identifiers with a particular meaning. Always it is suggestible to provide identifiers with a particular meaning. Right, sir. Now observe carefully. what is that internal point I am telling there? When we see an identifier, immediately we have to get some description in our mind. Understand my point here? Immediately by seeing that identifiers, we have to understand the purpose of that identifier, what it is representing. Yes, sir, got it or not? Then only it is a meaningful identifier. Otherwise, it is not meaningful identifier. So XXX, no meaning for it. ACCNO is what they're meaningful. Understand my point here? And one more point here we have to remember. Simple, short, and understandable. In Java, identifiers must be in simple and short and in meaningful. These 3 points we have to calculate every time on identifiers in the relative comparison. Simple, short, and meaningful. That's it. Right, sir. This is point number one. I'm telling to you. Next one, number two. In Java applications, direct example here I'm telling to you. String here. One minute, guys. Right, sir. Hello, 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 hello. Guys, just give 1 minute of time. Mic is not working, no? రావట్లేదండి ఇవి ఓపెన్ చేయి ఎందుకని హలో 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 ఉంది అక్కడ కూడా ఉంది guys, just give a minute of time, then mic is not working. Right, sir. Okay. Now, so what is the point here I'm telling here? Now observe carefully. String, right, sir. Now read this one. Overall, this much of time we have taken to read this. Okay. Temporary employee address. Immediately, by seeing that word, immediately we are not understanding it. So we put some time to read the total statement, then only we understood it. Am I right or not? Clear. Technically, it is valid. If I use the statement as it is like that, no compilation error in my program. Okay, valid. String. Now, if I write the second statement, which one is easy to understand? Second statement is what there? Easy to understand, easy to read, easy to understand. Here the point is readability. Here the final point is what the readability. Where readability is more, where readability is less. Readability is in the sense what they're easy to understand, easy to read. Now, if we compare these two now, first one is what they're not suggestible. Am I right or not? And the second one is what there? Second one is suggestible. That is the reason here I'm telling to you, identifiers must be simple, short, and meaningful. If these three principles are followed there, then that will be good programming practice in our applications. Now the point is what there? Observe carefully. Now the point is in Java applications, no length restriction for the identifiers. It is possible to provide the identifiers with any length. Technically, it is possible. We can write the identifiers with any length, no problem. But it is suggestible, always suggestible to provide identifiers. Always it is suggestible to provide identifiers. Always it is suggestible to provide identifiers with the length, up to around 10 symbols. It is suggestible to provide the identifiers with the length up to around 10 symbols. That means 10 symbols, one or two symbols more or less than 10 symbols. Understand my point? Even of course 11 symbols, 12 symbols is also be worked out, no problem. But the point is what they're meaningful, easy to understand. Right, sir. Now example cases here I have taken. If you understand these examples, which one is easy to understand? Second one is easy to understand. First one is not easy to understand. That's it. Now this is about like what their second suggestion here what we are getting. Again I'm telling there all these are suggestions only, not rules and regulations. If it is rules and regulations, it's a different story. Observe carefully. Right, sir. Now it's okay. Second one. Third one. Point number three. Observe carefully. Point number three. What about this point number three here? In Java applications. All right. Let me talk about this point now. String temp emp addr is equal to hide abet. We have written it in the previous, in the relative comparison previously it is good. I'm going to give one more thing. Now try to understand and which one is good to read and to understand. String temp emp addr is equal to hide abet. But what I'm going to do, I want to keep some underscore symbols. Easily we can identify. Which one is easy to read now? Tell me. The first one or second one? Definitely what there? Second one. Second one is easy to understand. Now see this one. This is like what there? What it is? No, not suggestible. But in previous case it is suggestible. In the previous example it is suggestible. In the relative comparison this is suggestible when compared with this. But now this is not suggestible. Why? Because we have some better representation. Better representation for the identifier we have there. So that's the reason why that is not suggestible. Now it is what there? Suggestible. Suggestible. Now here the point is what there? In Java applications, if I have multiple words in a single identifier, in a single, if I have multiple words in a single identifier, then it is suggestible, then it is suggestible to separate the multiple words with the special notations like underscore symbol. Underscore symbol is the best one. When compared with any other notations, no, underscore symbol is the best one and easy to understand. Right, so now because of that reason here, the first one is not suggestible, but the second one is suggestible. Now, if we compare these two, know which one is easy to understand, the second one. First one is somewhat congested. Then on moment we are not going to understand it. If you understand both of them, the second one is what there easy representation. Yes, sir. Clear or not? So these are exactly like the points now. What I'm telling you about like what are the suggestions. Overall, how many suggestions can I discuss with three suggestions. First one is what they first one is a meaningful identifiers. Then if you provide any identifier, then that definitely the name of that identifier should reflect something. We are going to get some information about it. That's meaningful. Second one is what the length related. Length related. So with any length we can prepare the identifiers, but always it is suggestible to provide the identifiers with the length up to around 10 symbols. One or two symbols more or less, no problem for it. Next one is, third one is what there, easy understanding. Easy understanding in the sense, if you have multiple words in a single identifier, then it is suggestible to maintain what there underscore symbols inside the identifiers. Yes, underscore symbols are allowed or not allowed? Yes, allowed, that we can provide there now. So this is clearly the point about like what there identifiers here, what we are getting. Totally identifiers topic is completed. Now tell me where we are actually, what topic we are discussing now, tell me. Then initially the topic is what their language fundamentals. In a language fundamentals tokens part we have taken. Inside the tokens identified just now we completed. Got it or not? After completion of this identifiers, no, the next one is like what their literals that we have to understand. Okay. Can I discuss this topic in the next class? No. Literals next class. No. Right? Can I take it on tomorrow? 1 minute. No. Tomorrow I have some other schedule. Tomorrow I have some other schedule, some other class. Yesterday I have not taken class at 8:30. I need to take the class. Excuse for this Sunday, no problem. Next Sundays onwards we are going to have classes. So now the next class for us is on what there, Monday. Monday we can attend for the class. No, then I will take continue this part here. But listen carefully, I said to you Tuesday onwards you have to come for watch two slots, 7 to 8:30, and as well as what there 8:30 to 10. No. Two slots here we have to attend now. All right, but anyway, if possible, maybe on Monday onwards also I'm going to conduct two slots for you if it is possible. But be ready for it. Come to the class 7 to 8:30. There I will decide that whether you are going to attend the two second slot from Monday onwards or Tuesday onwards. I'll decide for it on Monday. Maybe possibilities are available. We can fix for it. We can ready for it even. If you are ready, either Monday or maybe Tuesday onwards, I'll continue your second slot also. Is that clear? All if you're getting clarity on this now, right? So blindly we can think of it. Monday onwards, two slots. If possible, I will take it. Otherwise, Tuesday onwards, mandatory. Definitely. Right? Thank you. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on Monday.